when a disaster hits, when hard times hit, you instinctively cry out to your Savior. You instinctively cry out to your gods. And if the disaster, if the affliction is the jobs have fallen all apart, and we all look at Washington, or we all look to Boise, we all look to Olympia, we say, where are the jobs? You're supposed to sign legislation and just sort of say, let there be jobs. And it doesn't work. King Canute, the Danish king in England, famously, to shut up some of his flatterers at court, put his throne out on the beach. And he sat there, and he sat in the throne and commanded the tide not to come in. I am the king, and the tide may not come in. And he let the tide come in and got them all wet, much to the consternation of his flattering courtiers. You can't just say, and then there will be wealth. See, God can create wealth out of nothing. God did that. When in the beginning, God said, let there be light, and then there was the wealth of light. God created heavens and earth. All the gold, all the silver, all the resources, all the things that exist, God created out of nothing. He is our Savior. He is our God. He is the one we serve. And he has done all this so he might grow us up into sons and daughters who understand what maturity is. The slave doesn't want to think that. The slave doesn't want to trust God. The slave wants to trust something more tangible, an entity closer, someone you can see, someone whose image you can revere, and they want to look to creatures. So, the children of Israel complained in the wilderness. There was a lot of freedom and a lot of responsibility, a lot to do. All right, there was a lot to do. But they would rather go back to Egypt where, after all, Pharaoh offered full employment. That's one thing he had going for him, full employment. I've got lots of pyramids yet that need to be built. And I dare say he offered health care, full benefits. And if they couldn't fix you up with free health care, they would just kill you and throw you in a ditch.